Nation, it's Lamar, aka the Black Ape Sanchez, and my partner in crime.
Hey, my name is D, aka the Black Eye Bernstein, man. Glad to be back, man.
Yeah,
glad to be able to talk more boxing smack, man.
Man, tell me about it.
We had a little vacation, you know.
Yeah, it was a vacation, man. You know, it's the holidays. We've been getting fat off of turkey.
Yeah.
You know, it's December 6th now. We got a big night of boxing. HBO is featuring Dave Lemieux against my man Gabe Rosado. Shout out to Gabe Rosado.
Yeah, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of good fights tonight, and we're going to jump back into it, man. You know, they just mentioned the Hall of Fame inductees this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, and personally, my man who I have actually campaigned on the show is actually in there, Prince Naseem Hamed.
Yeah,
the showstopper, man.
Hey, man, you've been pulling for that guy for a while now.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, this dude was the last guy to unify all the featherweight belts, man. He brought attention to our sport that really wasn't there except for like Sugar Ray Leonard, especially in the lower weight classes, man.
Oh, absolutely, man. He was before his time. I mean, a lot of guys, got their ring entrances off of this guy. You know, I mean, what other guy do you know that's coming in on like a flying carpet?
A flying carpet, man. You know, he had Diddy rapping one time in front of him.
That's amazing.
Like, and it's so crazy is I want to talk just on the skill set, man. This dude's probably one of the pound for pound hardest punchers you will ever see. Actually, Emmanuel Stewart, when he trained him, said he hit the pads harder than Lennox Lewis.
Wow.
And that's Lennox. And if anybody knows who hits the pads harder, Emmanuel Stewart would know.
Oh, absolutely, man. That guy, he's training the likes of Lennox Lewis, Tommy Hearns, big hitters. So I mean, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, he's saying a lot. And I understand, you know what I mean. Like, he ran through the division. He ran as a kingpin, and people forget that he ran pretty much at a young age, 21 to 26. He was pretty much unbeatable in the featherweight division. And they, and a lot of people give him slack for losing against Marco Antonio Barrera. And I understand he should have did a rematch clause, but it's no slack in losing against another Hall of Famer.
Hey, without a doubt, man. In my opinion, I feel like he became kind of tired with boxing.
Man.
He had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man.
He had a lot of stuff going. He got that oil money going on. He had a lot of oil investment.
Yeah, for sure.
Adidas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he wasn't dedicated.
He wasn't dedicated like he was supposed to be, and even though he admitted that. So, and the problem with him, when you got a guy who's not dedicated and his skill set is not technically sound.
Sure, he wasn't.
You can definitely get exposed. So.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And then you got Boom Mancini.
Boom Mancini, man. Does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
And this I'm gonna be honest with you. Prince Naseem, I think he deserved it because he waited his time. He wasn't the first ballot, he wasn't the second ballot, but eventually got in there. But
he has my vote.
He has my vote, yeah. But to say Boom is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Boom, man. He wasn't even a lineal champion. How can you be a Hall of Famer without being a lineal champion? How can you rule the division with your first ballot Hall of Famer?
You know what? The only thing I can think of, maybe killing the man got him into the
maybe,
Hall of Fame.
Man. That's the only thing I can think about, man. That's his defining fight.
Yeah. Killing the man in the ring.
Yeah, he's not. He went out. Well, I looked at this box record. The dude lost 6 fights in a row, man.
Yeah, lost his last 4, right?
Last 4, like he just. I'm not gonna take that away from him. He's fun, man. He's fun to watch. Very excited. You know what I mean? Had a lot of heart. But the BS got to start with his boxing Hall of Fame and letting these so-called club fighters in the Hall of Fame just because they have epic wars with D-level fighters, man. These dudes don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame ever. And I want to name drop someone. Arturo Gatti.
Hold on, no. Mr. Boardwalk?
Mr. Boardwalk does not deserve it. Every time he stepped up in competition, he got blasted. He got blasted. Let's see. He got blasted by Carlos Baldwin. Blasted him.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
But he was towards the end of his career at that point.
Floyd blasted him.
Yes, he did.
Anytime he stepped up,
one of the greatest fighters of all time.
You're right. But anytime he stepped up in any competition, he got blasted. And to think that he had to go life or death with Mikey Ward.
I mean, when you look at it like that, I feel like they're basing a lot of these inductees on.
It was an 8-round fight. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The first fight was an 8-round fight. I'm just saying it's an 8-round fight.
You know what? He gave his life to the sport, man.
He gave his life. He gave his life to something else outside of sport, but that's neither. We're not going to talk about that.
Controversial.
That's controversial. We can't. God rest his soul. Rest in peace.
Man.
But like we're back. But back in the Boom Bam, man. Boom is just. I can't say he deserved to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, man.
Hey,
I just
totally agree with
he
you
has
on
no
that,
defined win. He has nothing skill set. He has an unfortunate event that happened to him, and that's it. And every time he stepped up in talent, he got knocked out.
He did. You know, it's a fun fact we was talking about earlier that they actually instituted 12-round fights, or reducing them from 15 rounds to 12 rounds after he killed a man in the ring.
After he TKO'd him, like I think the 14th round or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, and my saying this, so when you let people like Boomba, man, you gotta start letting the lesser fighters in. Like a Gabe Rosado, man.
Nah, you know what, Gabe? You know, I'm pulling for you tonight.
Think about this, Gabe.
At the same time,
Gabe was on a full fight losing streak.
He did win his BKB fight, didn't he?
Hey, like,
does that count?
Man,
bro.
You know, ESPN is so funny to me. They were like, you look sensational in the BKB fight, man.
And he's back on the road, right?
I'm just like, my saying is this: BKB only had one fight. So it's not like they had nobody else to compare it with.
No history, man.
No history, nothing. He's fighting against Brian Vera. Like, did you see him with a BKB belt? You know they got a BKB belt.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's worse than like a
WWF. That's worse than $1 million man belt, man.
DiBiase, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, like, people like that who give their heart to the sport, who never win, but make exciting fights, and he might be a Hall of Famer, man.
You know, you never know, man. You know, if it comes that time, if he wins tonight and get a couple other wins, you know, he may have his name in sketch in the Hall of Fame, man.
And now the last person we gotta talk about, Big Daddy. Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe, 1988 silver medalist, man, undisputed champion, man. The first guy to really not expose, but kind of trounced Evander Holyfield.
The real deal.
The real deal. Like, this dude physically had no weaknesses in his prime. He was big, he was tall, he had a great jab, he had a great uppercut, could take a punch, had quick feet,
man,
had great fundamentals.
Great chin.
It was
if you were to create a fighter, you know,
it would be Riddick Bowe.
Based on his mold.
It would be Riddick Bowe. Like, he was a souped up Larry Holmes. And like and this on the physical specimen he's a Hall of Famer, but there's no way he can be a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no way.
Controversial.
And I break it down like this. Riddick Bowe had a peak of a year and a half. How can you be great for only a year and a half and be a first ballot Hall of Famer? In no other sport you can only. That's like Aaron Foster. Aaron Foster plays football. There's no way he's gonna make the Hall of Fame, but he had a year where he was great.
Hey, it goes back to what I was saying. You know, Hall of Fame, they're looking at popularity. You know,
and I'm just saying I cannot fathom that. And then
he's a household name. He beat Jeff Ferguson.
He did beat J.C. Ferguson, man. He did, and J.C. Ferguson got the hell beat out of him by numerous people before him.
That's true.
But
he fought several undefeated fighters in a row.
You're right. He fought a lot of tough people I never heard of.
He knocked out Evander Holyfield, man.
They
fought 3 times.
I know they fought 3 times. Okay, so we're gonna go to Evander. You know that Evander victories are great victories.
Absolutely, like one of the best trilogies in history. That's forgot.
That's what I'm saying. That heavyweight trilogy it's me better than Muhammad Ali and Frazier, man.
Absolutely, man.
In terms of just
the technical ability.
That's what I'm saying. Technical,
the back and forth.
Yeah. The exchange,
the ebb and flow.
Yeah, it definitely was great.
They were both damaged goods after the fight.
But if you look at his record, who did he beat besides that? That's good. He didn't beat Andrew Gallardo because Andrew Gallardo beat himself by keep on hitting him in the balls, man. Like,
that's true.
There's no other defined victory. So he did. Don't get me wrong. He has a very, very good victory, but it's few. And another thing I don't like about him is most people who make the Hall of Fame in circumstances like this, where they have short peaks, are usually they got hurt. There been an accident.
Yeah, they got killed.
They got killed. Got an injury. Yeah. Well, you know what killed Riddick Bowe?
Whoppers.
Riddick Bowe and Whoppers. Whoppers, Big Macs.
Buffets.
You know what happened? This is what happened, though. I heard that they opened up a Golden Corral across the street from his house, man.
Okay, he got the VIP membership.
They told him he could be. They told him, you know what I'm saying, he can be like he could be a spokesperson for him. Okay. And he get all you can eat, man. They used to open up early so he can get his breakfast in, man.
Got you. You know, I knew it was something responsible for him blowing up between fights.
400 pounds and stuff like that. And so it's kind of like, how can you validate this dude who was a chronic underachiever? to say he's a first ballot. Say not only he's a Hall of Fame, but he's above the other Hall of Famers.
You know, I mean, we can go back and forth and say that he deserves it or he doesn't. At the end of the day, he did give his life to the sport, man. He beat one of the best. You know, we had a discussion the other day. He beat Evander Holyfield, and Evander is in your top 10 all time.
Top 10 all time heavyweight. Anybody having a rebuttal, please respond. Please go and leave a post, leave a comment, and we can really go and discuss why I say Evander Holyfield is a top 10 heavyweight.
Sure, definitely. You know, he has my vote. The black, Bernstein, he feels like, you know, he is real sketchy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like I just don't. I when I look at a Hall of Fame, especially first ballot Hall of Famer, I look at somebody like Manny, Floyd. Let's see another first ballot Hall of Famer. That's Roy.
Okay. Yeah, I give it to Roy.
People that had people like that who had a longer body of work and who always rose to a level of achievement. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
They always say physically in shape. They pound for pound fighters. You know what I mean? Discipline. They did everything to keep where they was at. They were hungry. And only time Riddick Bowe was hungry was for another water. That's the only time he was hungry. He wasn't hungry to win. So with that,
totally agree with
that. With that being said, now with the Hall of Fame, you got to change the whole direction upon who's a Hall of Famer, who's not a Hall of Famer. Like for instance, Carl Frost, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer now.
He has my vote.
Now you got Ricky Hatton, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Ricky Hatton, he deserves to be in it too. I mean, that Costadu fight was amazing, man.
Sergio Martinez is a first ballot Hall of Famer now.
You know how I feel about Sergio.
Hey,
you know,
like Antonio Tarver is a Hall of Famer now.
Knocked out Roy Jones.
That's what I'm saying. He knocked out. He pretty much he was the first person to really give it to Roy Jones. So he's a Hall of Fame. I'm just saying, if you go on the scenarios what these people doing about people having certain marquee fights and elevate their career to heights they never really have reached, then you got to give them. So, I'm gonna wrap it up by just saying I really think that boxing need to do like baseball, where it doesn't matter. You don't have a select number of people. You know, boxing need three fighters and all that other stuff. Just make a certain percentage. You need 75% of the vote. If you can't get 75% of the boxers, the boxing Hall of Famer votes, then you shouldn't get in there, regardless of the year. So if it's 10 people,
respect that voting system. It makes sense.
Yeah. You know? So you have no more than 3, but they gotta get at least 75%.
75% of they don't get in.
They don't get in.
Okay.
No more of the charity people getting in. And with that, the Black Eye Bernstein's finished that topic.
You know where my man is. He definitely is a tough critic. You know, he rides boxers. Now, I'm sure you would probably vote your man Canelo into the Hall of Fame.
Canelo already got signature victories, baby. Edison Lara.
Yeah, man.
I'm just saying, he beat Sugar Shane.
Okay. Yeah, he did beat Sugar Shane.
You know what I'm saying?
40-year-old Sugar Shane.
He beat Josecito Lopez. You know what I mean?
Yeah, blown up.
He beat Anguilla. He beat Mike Trout. He beat Austin Trout.
Okay. You seen what happened to Trout.
He was going to fight Paul Williams.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Paul Williams is not Hall of Fame. You got to get Paul Williams in Hall of Fame now, man.
Paul Williams, he doesn't make the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. He doesn't get my vote.
How he beat Winky Wright, man?
Winky Wright was longer than 2.
He beat Winky Wright. He was one of the most avoided men in boxing for a couple of years, man. He was. Don't get me wrong. Sergio Martinez did drill him.
He drilled him.
He did win that first fight though. It was an ugly win, but he did win it.
He etched it out, you know.
And he beat Margarita when Margarita was Margarita.
You know, man, we'll have to make another video on that.
Yeah.
One. It's controversial.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm
just thinking about that particular inductee. I'm on the fence about it. I have to go through the boxing rec and over some old footage.
Yeah. And also too, everybody for the TK Boxing Digest, please put some people you think who need to be in the Hall of Fame. Current or not current, and let's discuss these things.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. So thanks for tuning in. We're gonna be coming to you more
regularly. The pension's over with, man. We ready.
We're back in business. We're back. So go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your comments below. If you have any inductees you want to recommend, be sure to do that, or challenge this guy.
Yeah, challenge both of us. Both of us need challenges, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We live and breathe boxing, and we don't know everything, but we know a lot. Just put it that way.
Yeah, we're avid boxing fans.
Yeah.
So, all right. Until next time, YouTube Nation. Good night.